Following total atomic annihilation,
Guys, welcome back to Just Nuke'Em Gaming. This is Nuke here. So today we're going to take a look at some more mods for Fallout 4. Specifically today we're taking a look at a new thing that's going to be added to the Nexus collections. Probably hopefully the next week or two. It's actually something I'm putting together myself that I'm going to publish on there. I'm going to call it Nuke'Ems Western World. And it's basically going to take Fallout 4 and turn it to kind of a Wild West Cowboy type of theme. So yeah, you can see the world's quite a bit different. So the basis for this mod is actually going to be called the Desperados Overhaul by Spiffy Skytrooper. We basically changed out a lot of the terrain, just making it a lot more desert, kind of arid looking. Took out a lot of the trees. Kind of really changes overall what we're kind of used to. You know, there wasn't a whole lot of green before, now there's even less. We're also using another little mod that kind of goes with it called Badlands 2 by Delicious Vegetable. And specifically in this case, I'm using their little plant type overhaul. That kind of places a lot of the plants, adds some stuff in to kind of get just a little bit more look to it. Alright, so here we are kind of running into my little quick build on Sanctuary. Alright, so we did add some new little things to kind of add to the game. Using the level up menu EX by Nyanka, we're using a new kind of level up system called You Are Special by Happy Slap. Which, as you can see here, actually kind of adds skills back into the system. Much like the previous Fallout games. And by leveling up these skills, we actually gain access to all sorts of new perks. These are, of course, on top of our traditional ones we had as well. We do add some nice little abilities, such as, you know, more hunger, more thirst, more staggering with weapons, all sorts of nice little things. We're also using another mod called Perk 76 by Hackfield, which pulls a lot of the perks you saw in the perk cards in Fallout 76 into the game, such as, you know, Dromedary's one. So our level up menu is going to be quite a bit overhauled. And we're using a few little things to kind of enhance our gameplay a little bit. Starting with the IHO, the Immersive Hunting Overhaul by IKOC Moha BTI. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, guys. It's a little hard. Which adds a big change to how you gather meat and stuff in this game. Hopefully we'll find some wild animals here. We can take a look at that in a little bit. You know, we'll go out and explore the world shortly. We also have the Wasteland Imports by Mikado and Custom Templar, which brings a lot of items that we used to see over in the last couple Fallout games, especially Fallout 3. Kind of brings them in like Sunset Sarsaparilla, magazines, that kind of thing. And we're also using the Wild Wasteland by Watch Zero, which brings us new items, new encounters, just kind of some more random stuff. Pretty much themed around the Wild Wasteland perk, if you remember that, or not the perk, but the trait from Fallout New Vegas, if you remember that. Alright, so let's go find some guys to kill real quick. So we also overhauled a lot of the weapons. We're going real heavy into things such as revolvers, as you kind of see here. Lever action rifles. So, with the immersive hunting overhaul, we're going to equip our knife. At which point, we actually get to skin the animal. He does this kind of little explodey thing. And then we can actually take some stuff. So that's how we have to gather meat. Then we actually have some new hunting recipes that we could take off. We actually should have a new item we could use here too while we're in the water. Okay, fishing rod. Doesn't appear to want to work right now. Maybe we'll check that out a little bit later then. And we've also got some new creatures in here. Using some of the things added by the grilled turkey, as well as HCG X Grill with the Mojave bighorners, mantises, and geckos. Just some kind of new little creatures to look at. Oh, someone's dead. I will take some of that stuff from you. Now you do have to have a knife. In order to kind of make these guys explode like that, so you harvest them. Same thing with robots. You do have to have a special wrench to kind of pull them apart, scavenge from them. There we go. Now we can do some fishing. Which should bring us in some brand new foods that we can eat and cook. Well, maybe not that time. Let's try this again. Yeah, we call ourselves a raw glowing ratfish. So yeah, that brings some more cooking recipes to the game. Never could figure out what that does. Alright, let's run up here. I think there's some raiders up here. We kind of show off some new combat stuff we have in here. In fact, what we're going to show off is called Toggle Firearm Fanning by Shave Kagarika. Sorry if I mispronounced that one as well. Kick off our little mysterious magnum sound. Ooh, it's mine. I'll take that 44. Oh yeah, we got some guys here. So yeah, it's a little bit faster firing shots. Their weapons. Not so great for long distance encounters, but it's a pretty cool thing to have for some close-up stuff. And that is a little bit customizable. You can actually choose, you know, when you want to fan. I personally have this one selected for where we're fanning when we're hip firing, but when we go aim down the sights, it's just single shots, so you have a little bit more precision. You can change that for how you would like. Oh, still some people going around. Nope, don't look like it. Okay. Let's run back to Sanctuary real quick, and we're going to look at some settlement stuff that we kind of added in. Okay, guys. So we're back here in our settlement. We're going to take a look at some settlement options we're adding into here. Now, before I forget, on the little fanning mod, as long as any revolver type weapon you have that uses the vanilla 44 animations, that will actually work with them. So pick out your favorite revolvers out there, guys. This is a real nice little mod. Check out. Alright, so our first settlement edition here is going to be called The Cabin in the Woods by Etheron, which, as you can see, builds a kind of a log cabin kit you can add into your game. Some nice little lanterns and stuff you can put in to light it up. Some fireplace options. Definitely a nice rustic look. You can add some little plants on top of your roofs on some of them, so if you want something that's kind of hidden away a little bit. Quite a bit you can add there, so definitely check that out. So over here we have Woody's Wasteland Stuff by Woodylicious, which adds kind of a standard housing kit. It's kind of more on the little bit on the junkier side. It adds in a lot of nice little window options, put in some shutters, some stuff in it for some balconies. It's got quite a bit of decoration stuff. You can make some really nice fireplaces, which are real cool. Curtains for your windows. Over here we have pretty much a whole kitchen set we were able to put together. It'll make a little bathroom. Has quite a few decoration options, including you can build some half walls. So you kind of want to customize your houses a lot. I highly recommend. I really do like some of these houses and stuff that he builds in there. And finally over here we have the Adobe House Kit by Tookie Jones, which definitely adds a nice little Arizona, New Mexico kind of feel to it. It's really no windows or anything you can build for, at least none that I could find in there. But it's nice little houses. So if you want to make kind of different themes to your houses, Sturgis, how'd you get up there? And finally, we have what's called the CVC Dead Wasteland, which has in tons and tons of new crafting options. We'll take a look at that real quick while we're going in here. So CVC, and it builds all sorts of things. We got new resources, including defenses, walls, lights, ways of getting water, make some new pumps, new ways of making food, including even some of the stuff that you can't normally grow in the vanilla game. All sorts of different little decorations, comics, posters, new furniture. So you want some little modular sofas, you can build your own sofa sets. Some new dog houses, new types of fences, as well as some buildings. It adds in a lot of really cool stuff. It's real deep. Definitely check it out. It's kind of hard to show in one video because there's a lot of stuff in there. This is kind of one of our little buildings we built with it. Gets a nice little gate to go in. There are some guard mats you can equip up there. And you kind of set them based on different animations. So if you want them sitting, warming their hands, playing with the baseball bat, that kind of stuff. So you can kind of theme out your houses. You want, one style meant to be like log cabins. You could do that. One could be adobe houses. Definitely opens it up a lot more. Alright, so let's run into my little house here real quick. And we're going to talk about some of the armors we add into the game. Okay, to go with our Wallace theme, we do have several different armors in here. This one is called the Courier Duster by Darkman, which has a really nice suit of armor based upon the Lonesome Road and Eli. It is kind of modular, so if you want to take that jacket and try equipping some other stuff, you can do that. Nice little cowboy hat. You can go in and change if you want the necklace, or if you want long sleeves or not. Over here, we have the Cross Mohawk Manhunter by Nero, which is probably my favorite one I added into the game. Has some really cool armor, really nice mask. I really love that outfit. Then up here we have Western Outfits by Parain, which has some nice old-fashioned kind of dresses. Some real nice looking stuff. You want something pretty, put on your little settlers and stuff, you can do that. You can see over here, even when you put on a guy, it gives him a nice little outfit. Really, really spiffy stuff. So this is going to be more of a steampunkish kind of look. Kind of inspired from like the Wild Wild West movie, if you ever saw that back in the 90s. This one's actually from a mod called the Steampunk Revolver and Armor by AK Mr. Sandman. Yeah, this is the real nice ladies' uniforms. He's got a couple of outfits for guys as well. And it includes a very unique type of revolver. Then we have another steampunk option called Ashara's FO4 Steampunk Lady by Sydney B. This is kind of a bit more of a modular set, as in, stockings are just a different set, jackets a different set. So you can kind of customize this out with some different outfits if you have those. And this one I just kind of like the look of. This is the Look at Me Railroad Edition by Saisei. It's kind of nice old-fashioned look, kind of turn of the century sort of outfit. This, when you install this mod, this will equip this on your railroad people, which I think they really need because they're kind of boring, honestly, and it's just really cool armor. Alright, so finally, let's look at all of our weapons, which is probably my favorite thing in the mods. So, first off, we have the 1911. So you may think it's not too Wild West, just really. But this actually came into production right at the turn of the century. About the same time the Wild West was kind of, in the frontier days, were kind of being considered to be over. So this kind of came right on the tail end. It's a fairly old gun, 45 caliber normally. For the sakes of this mod, we're doing 10mm. Then we have the Custom Remington 1875. And this is actually made by the 7th Dog, which is a really, really lovely revolver. There are some little options. You can change out how the metal looks, how the handle looks a little bit. This is one I used a little bit earlier to show off the fanning mod. Plays really, really well with it. Then we also have the Tinkerer's Ray Gun, a unique weapons concept by Pignus, which is basically, as you kind of see, a revolver type laser weapon, which is something we haven't really seen in the game. For those energy weapons, I wanted to kind of find something that was a little steampunkish, you know, make a little bit more sense. They're really nice looking guns. There's quite a few customized options with it. Uses quite a few of the pieces from the pipe revolver. Might have to try out and see if this will work with the fanning. I'm not sure. We'll find out. And next we have the Cowboy Repeater, aka Winchester Model 1892. This is by Lucas and Colombo, which is basically a remake of the Cowboy Repeater from Fallout New Vegas. Nice little standard rifle. I would say it was a 357 in the mod, or in New Vegas. You know, 45 is kind of close thing to it. It's really good caliber, anyways. It's a really nice looking gun. You can change up the little wood a little bit if you want some different looks. And it has something that's kind of fast shooting. This is going to be the M1 Carabine by Undane 77. Which, back in those days, they didn't have a lot of fast shooting things, but these were the type of weapons that started coming into focus as those days were over with. And World War I was kind of coming into the picture. So, you know, it's something you might have seen back then. Next, we have the Varmint Rifle, which is another New Vegas classic. This is the Varmint Rifle, The Return, by AS Axis, which I really, really like this rifle. In New Vegas, I used them a lot. I don't know why. They're pretty weak normally, but it was just a cool little gun. You get some little options for some tapes and different stocks, a lot of camo options. It is the 5.56, which is kind of stand out from most sniper rifles. Is they're usually, you know, the 308 or the 50 cal. So it gives a nice little early game start to it. And there is actually some couple of uniques he adds into the game, so you can go out and find the Rat Slayer. Let's look at the next one. Then we have the Hunting Shotgun by Deadpool 2099, which this is also fairly customizable. This stands out quite a bit because this was actually one of the earliest mods, or pump action shotgun mods actually had a working pump shotgun. Most of them really didn't. It's a lot more common, you know, nowadays to see that, but I do just kind of like Deadpool's work. And then just to have some sort of AR in here, we had the Rangemaster Remaster by J.K. Ryus 05, which, yeah, I hear you guys, they didn't really have ARs back in that day, but, you know, if it was more modern day type cowboys and ranchers, they actually fairly commonly have AR type weapons. They're great for hunting pigs, hogs, and many other types of things. So you could kind of see this in a more modern day setting. And then we have the M72 Gauss Rifle by the Big Ladowski, which I just like the looks at it. Kind of fits in with that Rangemaster type look. Like someone really took that apart and tried to make their own weapon. It's a really cool looking gun. I definitely wanted to give shout outs to those specific weapons and those authors. because I did reach out to them and get some permissions to be able to make some patches. So there will be some weapon replacement patches that I'm going to put up just before they put this up on collections. Such as this replaces the 10mm pistol with the 1911. The Tinker's ray gun is going to replace the laser weapon, or the laser gun. The Range Master, which will be a replacement for the assault rifle. The Cowboy repeater will be a replacement for the combat rifle. The M1 Carabine will replace the submachine gun. The Remington 1875 is going to replace the pipe gun. The Varmint rifle will replace the pipe bolt action rifle. The Tinker's ray gun is going to replace the laser gun, as I believe I already said. And that M72 Gauss rifle is going to replace the Gauss rifle. Now, if I could get some more people here back, I'd like to change out a few of the other weapons. I can, like the plasma gun, maybe a few other little things. A few things I really didn't have ideas for, like minigun, Batman. I'm not really sure what I could replace those with. That would kind of make sense what I was going with. But we could look at some of the other weapons we have installed too. So we have the hunting shotgun, the M1 Carabine. We have the Rio Grande, which is kind of a unique weapon that I'll add to this game. The handmade revolver, which has a junkier type handmade revolver. Plasma recycler. Then we have the Henry repeating rifle, which this one's actually got the super long barrel on it. Then we have the Mauser pistol, which is another kind of turn of the century gun, right when everything came to an end. The Derringer, which is a little single, two-shot gun. Typically they're normal weight. This doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but does have a high critical hit ratio, especially if you hit it, from the shadows. Got the Range Master, and have a bit more modern style rifle. We have the Remington 700. Then just go crazy with another bolt action. We have the CS5. Then we have the Mossberg 500, gives another pump action selection. The Colt Python revolver, because you gotta have a big revolver. It's our 1875. The M1918 bar, which is another World War I era type weapon. It's our M72. Then we have the Smith & Wesson model 1905 pistol. Tinker's ray gun. The Winchester model 1873, which is basically another version of the Cowboy repeater by a different mod author, but just has some different stats to it. Then, of course, gotta have a lever action shotgun. Anybody seeing Terminator 2, you gotta have that. Then we have the Cavalry revolver, the Steampunk revolver, the Luger PO8, which is another semi that came around the turn of the century, the Tikal Guard service revolver, the hunting revolver, and the Ranger Sequoia is actually out in the world too, so that's something you can find for a Cowboy repeater. Our pistol grip layer, which gives me kind of a steampunkish kind of look to this gun, which I thought kind of felt into what we were trying to do here. Then we have the Glock 86 laser rifle, which is kind of steampunkish a little bit. The M1A rifle, the M14, which are kind of, turn of the century type weapons. Then we also have the laser revolver, which is basically a revolver. It shoots lasers, obviously. Then we have the L-string wood bow mod, which is actually one of my favorite bow mods. Even if you don't like this, I would check this out, because there's some more modern type bows too that look really great. We have the 32 pistol, which came back from Fallout 3. This one's actually got cool little suppressor and some nice little new metals to it, which I really like. And of course, we gotta have some new melee type weapons. Can't be Cowboy without a nice big Bowie knife. This is actually part of the MCAM, which is a melee collection made by Mike Moore, which has all sorts of new knives, axes, and all the kind of different weapons like that. Nice little selection there. Yeah, you see that game kind of works a little bit with our little laser type weapons. So yeah, as you see, it's a lot more emptier world. Definitely a lot more desolate. Has some nice new looks to it though. If you're looking for something different, because you played Fallout 4 so many times, you want some kind of different stuff to look at. It's definitely interesting because without all the trees, there's a lot of stuff you can see that normally you wouldn't be able to see. Alright guys, so yeah, this is going to be Nuke'Ems Western World. Make sure you keep an eye out for it. It'll be on the collections page, hopefully sometime soon. I'm going to start trying to get the replacement patches up for all the various weapons I got approval for. So even if you aren't interested in modding, check those out. But, if you played Fallout 4 a whole bunch of different times, still kind of get that itch, but you want to do something you haven't quite done before, by all means, this might be just a thing to kind of spice things up for you a little bit. So yeah, keep an eye out for it. I'll put down the comments once I do get it up. Oh, my leg's done. Come on. Alright, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and end the episode there, guys. I do appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys next time.